Hello there from Alton Towers. We are here for Scarefest 2025. Looks like a good lineup this year. Let's go.
My expectations are just make some little improvements and we'll go from there. Obviously Towers Street looking fabulous as always. Ancestor show, great again. Do need to invest in a new speaker though, because that is on its last legs.
It was very crackly, but I wanted to say, like, the ancestors are always incredible at this event. They interact with everyone, whether you are an adult, child, family, they will interact with everyone. Also, they've just done their show, which was really good. The only thing that let it down was the crackly speaker, but that's not the ancestors' fault, it's just something Towers need to fix. Towers Street looks fantastic. The reason I've come back for 2025 is because they've added a new scare maze, new scare zone, and just gives it a bit of renewed optimism, so I'm looking forward to today. The scare mazes start at 3 o'clock for us.
Scare mazes start at 3. We've obviously got the 2 scare zones at 5, so we'll look to do them in the daytime and the night time, and give them a fair reflection.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest criticisms I've had of Scarefest over the last few years is there's just nothing outside of Towers Street. So let's see if that's changed for 2025 and just see how this goes. So we've had a bit of a wander around Towers, and we both said we wanted to see more stuff outside of Towers Street, and I think they've done it. I think we've seen it so far anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be loads, but it's a step in the right direction. You know that once you leave Tower Street, it's still a Halloween event.
Yes.
Whereas before it was just like ended at Tower Street and then it was paid mazes. But there's little bits of something, obviously, on the bridge to where outside of Lex where the fountain is. I think it's well done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a bit of thought in there's like, you know what, we're still going to show that it's Halloween and this is a Halloween event.
Yeah, I mean, last week when we were at Portaventura, we were walking around going, Towers should be doing this, because there's little skeletons and they're like all around the park, and it's not expensive theming. They've not broke the bank to do it, but it just fit in with every area. It worked all around the park, and it seems that they've done that this time, and it is a good stepping stone to improving the event overall. I think it's a good start. So behind us is where Edge of Forest and Dark Hollow. I forgot the name of the scare zone then. Dark Hollow. There's been a lot of good reviews about Dark Hollow online, so I'm looking forward to that. Not sure what to expect from Edge of Forest. What about you?
To be honest, I've not seen anything online about the event or anything, so I'm kind of coming in a little bit blind. I've seen the odd little bits, some saying it's great, some saying not so great, so as long as it falls somewhere in the middle, I'll be happy with that.
Just on that subject, I am really pleased that this year, on the opening day, we didn't just see socials flooded with 10 out of 10 reviews just because. There's been a lot of, what I have seen has been really constructive. I mean, there hasn't been a lot, but what I have seen has been constructive. So, whereas last year we turned up on the Sunday and it was just like, everything's 10 out of 10, it's the best Scarefest ever, and it wasn't. Whereas this year I think is already better than last year because they've actually got stuff dotted around the park, so it's just a good start. So just before we do the scare mazes, we've popped down to Forbidden Valley to have a look at the queue times. They are on screen now. It is actually a lot busier today than I've seen it at all this season at Alton Towers, which is only a good thing. Just goes to show that Halloween is very popular in this country, and I love to see that. We are now going to head to Compound. It's going to be our first scare maze, so it's a returning scare maze for 2025. It was new last year. Had a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of 10 out of 10 reviews, but also a lot of people saying it was underwhelming, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like this year. I personally didn't enjoy it last year, didn't think it was great, so looking forward to seeing what it's like in 2025. Wasn't that a thumbs up I saw when you walked out of Compound?
Have a double thumbs up for that, mate, I'm telling you. Like, genuinely, really enjoyed that. Like, obviously it wasn't a great run through we had last year, but this year, honestly, absolutely levels above where they were last year. It's like, we walk through, obviously you get separated, and then, right, okay, get let out, and you sort of like form like two groups as you're going through, and obviously I was on the left hand side, and walking through. Actor was really, really good. He was like, how massive am I? I was like, oh mate, you are massive. You are huge. He was like, yeah, I like it. Started throwing a tennis ball. Oh, sorry, like a big football at the wall in front of me. I was like, yes, happy days. And then we went through to the next bit. The girl grabs me, she starts walking me one way. The actor was like, no, you're coming with me. Boom, grabs me, pulls me the other way, puts me in the isolation chamber. I'm like, here we go, I'm on my own now. Then all of a sudden, it starts cutting down and then banging on the doors. Then they stop and I'm like, right, must be nearly time to go out. Nope, banging on the doors again. I'm like, jeez, just let me out, man. And then throughout the entire act, I was just literally on my own. It was so good, like the actors were just coming out of everywhere. Like in the one bit was in a strobe and the actor would just boom in front of my face. Honestly, like absolutely levels. And then next thing, it's like, yo, you're coming with me. Ooh, on hands and knees. I was like, geez, I'm through the crawl space here again. Honestly, like incredible.
What are you giving it out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a 9. Nothing can be quite perfect, but that is near enough it.
If anyone finds the real Mark, let me know. Do you know what? Shall we walk and talk to the next one?
Yeah.
That was fabulous. Like, shout out to every single actor in there. You smashed it. You, considering it's only the second day of Scarefest, smashed it. Last year, I thought that was rubbish. This year, incredible. I am also going to give it a 9 out of 10. Absolutely brilliant.
Actors in there, like you said, phenomenal, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were literally so good, and to have it that level of intensity as you're going round from like the second day that they're going in it, brilliant. It's only going to get better as well as it goes through the run. So, you know, we come like towards the end of October, that thing, it'll be incredible.
Yeah.
It was already good anyway, so brilliant.
Yeah. Honestly, like, when I first went through, obviously we got separated as we were going through. I didn't see many actors at first, and I was a bit like, oh no, here we go again. But then the more it went on, the more the actors I saw, jump scares everywhere, using the strobes, using the set pieces to just come out at you. One of the best Scarefest run-throughs of any maze I've had for a bloody long time. Fantastic job, everyone involved. It's got me really hyped for the rest of today now, really hyped. So we've done Edge of Forest, let's go to Mark first.
Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Like, I'm trying to explain it. Like, we got batched in a group. I want to say 10 or 12
at least.
And door on the left-hand side where you go through, she was shouting the don't touch the actors, etc, 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 because we were so far back on the speaker, heard nothing at all. It's like, right, okay, well, I know that's what she will have been saying, yeah. So I can live with that.
I'm just going to jump in there and say that all I heard was no phones, no filming, don't touch the actors. It was basically that. The rest of it, I have no idea what was said.
And then we go into the first room. Obviously, we crowd around this table, but it's designed in such a way that the table's along the edge of a wall, but because we was on the left-hand side, basically at the door as you go in, we heard nothing because we was under a speaker again. So I couldn't tell you what she said, couldn't tell you the storyline or anything. It was just literally like nothing, just other than the speaker going off. It's like, you know what, this isn't going to go well. And then after that, like the theming and set piece in there, brilliant. But once you've seen one house, one bit of wood, and one car, then that's on repeat, like Scooby-Doo, you know. Next, you're seeing them going along on the same thing. It's like, okay, when's actually something going to happen? And like the actors, like were just, you could see they were working really hard because they were running around, but they were saying like, he's going to get you, but because we didn't know who he was or anything because of the storyline, we was like, okay, but who's he? Am I supposed to be frightened of he? Is he the good guy? Is he the bad guy? I have no idea. And then it's like, all right, okay, once you've seen that about 6 times, get into the end room. The end room, like, if you've seen the dungeons, I've been in the dungeons, you know what's going to happen. And it's like, right, okay, well, I'm just expecting them to come out of somewhere and get either me or whoever. And that's what happened. It's like, all right.
Could hear the footsteps on the wooden floor as well.
Yeah. and that was it. It was the end. And £16 if you want to do it again, mate.
Right. Okay, so what are you giving it out of 10?
3, because the actors worked really hard running around.
Oh, only a 3. Jeez. Okay, so yeah, I can clarify everything Mark said about the starting bit. Like I say, all I heard was no filming, no touching actors, which is all obvious stuff in every scare maze that you're going to go through. So that was kind of generic. Wasn't expecting anything else at that point. But as we went into the shipping container, I know it's a shipping container because it didn't have any theming on it, and we went into the first room, which is a pre-show. We were so far back in the group that it was still daylight for us. I was basically at the shed door, so didn't hear a thing. And then obviously I've seen a little bit about the character, the Lesh Will.
It looked like I Am Groot.
It did actually. What I will say, theming, really good, really, really good. Soundtrack, really good. All too samey though. It was like they got an idea and they went, this is really good, let's repeat it 10 times. So it was really cool, theming. Acting in there was good, but the group was way too big, and for that it was ruined. So unfortunately I am going to have to give it I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. So unfortunately that is as good as it gets on that one, and now I can see why there's so many mixed reviews, because some people will have been at the front of the group and got a great run through, whereas other people would have been like us and at the back of the group and got nothing.
Yeah,
so
like the end scene where if you was the one being got,
yeah,
you can imagine like it being really scary. So yeah, you know,
yeah,
it's one of them. And that's the thing, like when we go through like because it's a one shot, you're on the hope that you get the good run through.
Yeah,
you know, and that lets it down sometimes. It's like you're hoping that you get the best run through, but you don't always get that in scare mazes, unfortunately. But I just think that if you wanted to try it again at £16, it's just a little steep.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. £16 way too much for one sort of redemption run through.
On the hope that it's a good run through.
Yeah, literally. So it's time to go and do an old favourite for many people, Altonville Mine Tours. Hopefully the batching's a little bit better this year, because last year we missed the pre-show on that one. I think we were somewhere in Utoxeter for last year's run through at the start. But anyway, let's hope it goes better. Altonville Mine Tours next. Altonville Mine Tours. We were in a group under 20 people. Woohoo! Best run through since when did it start? Probably since COVID anyway.
Yeah, definitely best run through COVID-19. I thought we had a good run through on it as well.
Yeah, we did.
But it's a staple. I don't know, like at points I felt it felt darker than it's ever felt.
Yeah,
in
it
there.
did.
It felt like quite very, very claustrophobic in there. The actors were as good as always, you know what I mean? And they were really I don't know if aggressive is the right word to use.
They were very in your face.
Yes.
And that's what you expect, and that's what you expect. Altonville Mine Tours, in your face, claustrophobic, uncomfortable, and they nailed that today. They really did. And I think that, like you say, it felt darker than ever in there. So
I mean, I got lost at one point. I was like, where's Scott done? I was like, I am walking around here. I'm started going back on myself and everything. I was like, how have we ended up going backwards here?
I wonder if that's when I walked into the person in front. I was just like, oh no, someone there. But you know what? No complaints. It should be that dark. It should be that claustrophobic. It should be that scary.
It should be disorientating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know it's like a singular route, but it does, like when you're weaving really tightly on yourself, it does get a little bit disorientating. It's like, okay, where's the actor come from? Am I going down the actor run? Am I going where I should be going? And you start just getting lost in your own head. It's like, but yeah, I thought it was a really strong maze this year. Really strong maze.
What I say as well, like in years gone by, I've complained in there saying there wasn't enough actors. Today there was plenty. Like there really was plenty of actors in there, and they were doing a great job. They really were. Next year, I think it's its 10th anniversary. So
it must be older than that, surely. It feels it.
Maybe it's 25th one. No, I don't know.
It's older than 18th birthday pie.
It's a birthday cake and everything.
But that being said, like as much as we've enjoyed it today,
it shouldn't come back.
It shouldn't come back. We should get something new and fresh for it, I think now. But overall, I just think it's time's done.
Yeah.
Like, if you've not done it by now, then you know
you've had long enough.
You've had long enough. It's like obviously like last week when we was at Rec.
Yes.
He's obviously been around in PA for a long time now. I've had plenty of opportunities. If I hadn't gone and got it this year, then I wouldn't have missed out. And I think that's the same here. Like, it's time for it to go and move on, move fresh. I don't know what they do, to be honest with you, but I think it's time for it to go.
It's time for it to go, but I will say this. If that stays and Edge of Forest doesn't, I won't complain, to be honest, because it was significantly better. But I think it's because we went through in like a group of 6 or 7, so that just makes a massive difference. But all in all, enjoyed Altonville Mine Tours. I am going to give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Probably give it, you know what? I'll probably give it a 7.5. I genuinely really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thought it was a good, solid attraction. And, you know, if that's its last year, then it's gone out on a high.
Yeah, all right, maybe I was being a bit harsh. I'll give it a 7. Happy with that?
Happy with that.
Okay then, should we go look at some scare zones?
Yes, let's go.
Let's do it.
Give your full. No!
No? Why not?
You're not chosen. Reject
Unchosen?
society. Burn for the wicked. Oh, you think you're going to be chosen by the wicked man?
Nah.
He wouldn't choose you.
Why? Burn, baby, burn.
Burn for the wicked!
What are you smiling at?
Are you ready for the age of chaos?
Yes. Let's do it.
Death is only the beginning! Go on!
You better not go alone. Woo! It's playtime again! Yay!
It's Richard Keys. Careful with that, you might hurt someone. This way. So we've done 2 walkthroughs of Burial Grounds and 2 of Dark Hollow. We are going to wait until it gets dark to fully review those, but we've had fun doing those. So just thought it was a quick mention that 13 is on a 25-minute queue, and the queue for Rita is significantly lower than it was earlier. It was 60 minutes spilling out of the entrance. It's not now. If you do come to Scarefest this year and you want to do the rides, maybe play the long game a little bit, do the scare zone, scare mazes early, do the rides later on in the day. Okay, Scarefest 2025. Mark, over to you, mate. What did you think?
This is definitely a step up. It's definitely the best Scarefest since COVID.
Yeah.
By a long way. I like how they've like just not, the theming doesn't stop at the end of Tower Street. They've added little bits, not a great deal, but they've still added little bits that makes you realise that I'm still at a Halloween event. And then they changed the music slightly, so it's creepy Alton Towers music, and it just adds to the overall atmosphere of it. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Mazes, like compound, honestly incredible. Mine tours solid as always. Let down slightly by the new maze, but the addition of the new scare zone, Dark Hollow, I think adds a little bit. It has this creepy Halloween atmosphere that if you don't want to pay for the maze or you're unsure about the mazes, you can be like, you know what, I can test the water here with this and see if I like it, because the mazes are expensive, especially if you're unsure about going through it. Like £16 to go through Edge of Forest, very, 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 very expensive for one shot. And like with any Halloween mazes, you're not guaranteed a good run through on it. Like, you know, it's a hit and miss, and that's the unfortunate thing when it comes to scare mazes. But overall, it's a step in the right direction. I had a good feel about the park as well. Like you're walking around and the park, like walkways were busy, the rides were busy, but scare mazes not very busy, and that might be because the pricing that they may wish to look at. You know, obviously I've talked about, you can get the obviously unlimited run-throughs, but like I'd like it if you bought like the one-shots, not the one-shots, the free combo.
Yeah, like what we've had today, the frills combo we had.
Yeah.
Was 30 quid each, but without a pass it's 38 something each.
Yeah. And I really like, if you wanted to go through it again, if you paid for that, you can get it, say, at £5 or at £7, and then you'd be more inclined to just be like, you know what, I'd have another run through compound because it was good, or I'd like, you know what, let's give Edge of Forest another go, just in case. But there's no way I'm going to spend 16 quid to go and do it again. But overall, it's going in the right direction, which is all I've ever wanted at Scarefest, to head up on the upward trend again, and it's certainly doing that.
Would you recommend it? Because obviously in previous years we'd have been like, no chance. But I know it's still a bit of a 50-50.
I would. I would, like, at the moment, and this is a tough one, because I genuinely think if I was unsure about Scarefest, about coming, I'd probably advise coming, enjoy the night rides, enjoy the 2 free scare zones, the Dark Hollow and Burial Grounds, 2 fantastic. And would I pay for the mazes? It's a tough one, because like if you've done Altonville Mine Tours, there's nothing really changed on it. It's like, why would I pay to do that again? Compound, yeah, give it a shot. And the other one, Edge of Forest, probably wouldn't. I'd just probably say, like, just do compound. Have a one shot on compound and see if you enjoy it or not.
I have to be completely honest, Alton Towers Scarefest has shocked me today. I really did think it was going to be a difficult video to film. I thought we were going to be like having negative thoughts about it again. I was fearing the worst. I was like, are we going to be in a situation where after today I'm going home thinking I'm going to be editing a negative video full of sort of, we wish it was that, we wish it was this, we shouldn't have bothered. And to be honest, I'm coming away from Towers, we're a completely different mindset of, if this is the direction now of Scarefest and they're going to keep improving on it like they have done this time, then I'm all for it. I'm all for giving it a go every year, because I genuinely think it's night and day better than it was last year and all the years since 2019. 2019 it was fantastic. There was a fresh feeling about it. Last couple of years it's just been underwhelming and disappointing, and I've been like, I can't wait to get home. Whereas tonight it's been like, actually I would have had another hour if I could have done. It's been really good, really enjoyed it. I do think they do need to improve in some areas, like things like we've mentioned with Edge of Forest. We had a really disappointing run through with that one, and that is because of bad batching. That can be improved on. That's not like asking for a lot, that's just asking for better batching. A couple of other observations, moving away from the mazes. Obviously we've discussed those a lot today. The park feels a lot more spooky. There's spooky music everywhere, and it's just giving it an atmosphere away from Tower Street. There's theming around the park. Okay, it's not Universal, it's not Disney theming, but it's theming, it's decoration. It's more than they've had for a long time. That is a massive step in the right direction. Another observation, staff seem much happier. Not sure why, but they just seem happier. The morale seems happier. They're chatting to people again like they were doing a while ago. They just seem a lot happier in their jobs, and it's great to see. Also, from what I've seen on the app, ride downtime doesn't seem to have been a bigger problem today as it has been in other days this season. Like many a time, me and Stephen have done daytime vlogs here in the summer, in the spring. Downtime, lots of downtime. Not today. Not sure what's changed. Not a bad thing. So, is Alton Towers Scarefest in 2025 worth spending your money on? Do I recommend it? I don't know. Honest answer is I don't know. I recommend it if you want to come and do the rides in the dark, and if you want to have a bit of a Halloween night out in terms of doing the scare zones for free and just soaking up the Halloween atmosphere. Do I think the scare mazes are worth the money? I don't. I honestly don't. It's, as we've experienced today, it's such a mixed bag. You've got one that we've had a really good run through, one that's been really disappointing, which is the new one, which should be the best one, and then you've got Altonville Mine Tours, which is just the same as ever, really. It's entirely dependent on the cast and the run through and the batching, and it's just so difficult to say definitely yes or definitely no. So I honestly think it really does depend on what you're looking for from a scare event. Are you looking to ride rides in the dark and just some interactions in a scare zone? Well, you can do that. Are you looking for a full-on Halloween night out with really good scare mazes? That's not really what Alton Towers Scarefest is. So honestly, it's a yes and no answer. If you're looking for night rides and a bit of Halloween atmosphere, then yes, it is worth coming. If you're looking for a full-on Halloween festival night out, no, it's not worth it, and that is probably the best way that I can summarize it. If you have enjoyed this video here on Your Experience Guide, please do hit the like button. It's a little thumbs up below. Can't get my words out. Please comment, please subscribe. Many thanks for watching. See you next time.